we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Saturday Night with Tim and Carrie and Kevin. Right now, I'm just cleaning up a little bit of mess. Been in the shop all day. Literally, I have come in here and I have not even gone to my office because sometimes I'll take a break and go play a game and rest my dogs or something like that. But not today. Been in here, been very, very productive. Got a couple cool things. Let me switch the camera over to the desk here. Let's see. I think it's that one there. There we go. So I cleaned it up. It's all nice and white now. But let's get out the old leopard scope here. And I got something to show you. I was doing a couple of ink pens. Well, a lot of ink pens today. And two of them were from something called Indian River Buffalo. In other words, these particular blanks are from India. I haven't assembled the pens yet, but it essentially comes from the horn of this Indian River Buffalo. And we'll sort of check that out in a minute. They got some pretty cool markings on them. Anyway, let's just go to the top here. We got Larry in the house. Larry, how you doing, buddy? Happy Easter to you as well. Happy Easter to Joe as well and everyone else. And Denise, hello, Denise. I see you saved my seat in the VIP section, Joe and Larry. I'll put my purse on Cindy's. You guys are a riot. That is awesome. That's a good one, Denise. I like that. I'm going to have to save that and remember that for later. And Larry, you don't try, you do. Let's see. Happy Easter ahead of time to everybody. Please do. And of course, you always have that seat in the VIP section. Yours is the one with the golden crown. Oh, you guys just sucking up to each other so much. Cindy, she should have a golden crown as well. Yep. Denise says, okay. Oh, thank you. There's quite a few seats with golden crowns in the VIP section. I think y'all got a really good view to the show, right? Yeah, add more. Go ahead, Jojo. That's what he said. Okay, 10, 30, 40, 50. Kevin, what's up, everybody? Says Kevin, Sports Talk Podcast. Let's see. Don't type in throne while searching for an icon. And I would imagine that just saying says it all. This is me. No, I am me. Let's see. Kevin, we're not talking about Power Slap today, although that is funny as crap. Sandy Black, hello from the UK, across the pond over there. Good to see you. Rebecca is in the house. I know why she's here, besides wanting to check it out. It's the Lego Leopard, even though you no longer do Legos. He still do Legos, but you know what? He's really hooked on diamond painting now. He's been diamond painting quite a bit. Hello, Audrey. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well over there in Bentonville. And Will, hope all's good going to Pennsylvania. I hope after you went back to work, your team showed you how well they love you and took care of your section. Carrie is here. Awesome. Let's see. Had to make 3 trips to Walmart today. Kept forgetting things. Well, they got what you need. Delivery, Joe. Just saying. Delivery. Okay. I got the leopard scope here. Let me switch over to the leopard scope. So let me get it focused on here. There we go. Let me make sure I get that dialed right in. So this is, as you can see, it's hollow. It's for an ink pen. And they've got really cool markings on here. Let me tilt it a little bit so I don't get the shine. And let me get it focused. It's mostly black, but it has this sort of like almost a fingernail growth or a tree ring type of thing. And that is not a defect. It is smooth as glass, as you can see me go over it with the shine. The rest of it, pretty much all solid black, and it buffs up very nicely. But it does have that one little streak to tell you I am organic. I am not just some piece of resin. Pretty cool. I'll show you the other one too, because the other one has a really cool marking on it. Let's see. Here we go. Get all the fingerprints off it. This one has one here. And man, if we could get in close to that, let's see if we can focus that close. Look at that. Is that cool or what? It looks like a comet. And that's the naturally occurring, whatever the heck that is, in the horn of the river buffalo. And these are actually from India. There's one here on this side too. A little bit of a, let me see if I can get it up in there. Little bit of a growth ring kind of thing. But again, this screams, I'll let you see a lot of black because it's really cool. It's got a neat texture to it, even though I've flattened it up and shined it up. But it does have this cool little, whatever that is. I don't know what that is, but it is just some growth on the inside of the actual horn. But these do come out of the horn of a buffalo. And that horn happens to be in India. There's that one there. That's a good close up there. Does that look like a comet or what? That is so cool. Anyway, funny the little things that you uncover as you turn things, and you never know what you're going to get, and you never know what's inside, right? All right. Let's go back to here. The leopard scope is off. I'll put those back in the packet here. I'll be assembling, I think there's 7 pens, I think, or 8 pens. Well, I did 8 pens. I got 7 for one customer, 1 for the other. Let me put the leopard scope. This is the leopard scope. I mounted it on this little stack of 2x4s here just so I could get it higher off the deck because it is really tightened up in there. Okay. So I've been also making trays. One of them is for a customer that you all know. And the other one is for the LEAP members. And the LEAP members aren't done yet. I started them both at the same time, but I'm going to bring this board over because one of the things I want to do is keep it super straight when I'm done. Let me, I'm going to cover this up because I don't want to blind anybody. All right, I put it on my chopping block here. And remember, yesterday we made a couple of others. These are reminiscent of Wicked, the musical, the new one that's out and running around with those actresses, ladies in there. And here's one. I haven't put any handles on them yet. Been busy all day. But they came out pretty cool, pretty neat. They're actually getting super stiff now. Can't bend them anymore. So the purpose of putting them on these boards and stuff is to keep them super straight. And they were on 2 different boards so that even though the resin looks cured, it is a little bit flexible. So you got to keep them straight for a day or 2 just so they look great. But you can see the shiny in the black there, the glitter of green and the purple, just like in the movie. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, says Carrie. That was Carrie's invention there. I just put it together. All right, everybody put your sunglasses on now. You gotta put your sunglasses on. It's gonna be bright. Whew, it is gonna be bright. Okay, let's see. Let me go up here and make sure we're getting everybody. Bella the Beast, long time no see, Carrie. Except Walmart can't get the delivery orders right. They always get mine right. Just make sure you say don't substitute. And again, I can't count for Wichita. Here in Oklahoma City, Walmarts are pretty bad, but they get by. Let's see. Good to see some of you from earlier, like Bella, Joe, Audrey, Larry. Yep, Carrie had a little Mrs. Butter D live around noon Central today. What did Kevin say to Bella the Beast? Let's see. Hi, Joe. Long time. I don't know what. Oh, the only set I will do for Lego is briquettes. That's cool. That's good. Oh, and she said, nice, Kevin. Yeah, good, good. What's wrong with your order, Rebecca? I used to. Carrie's retired. She ain't going to fix your problem. And Larry says, wowza. Amy Linton. Hey, Amy, that's a new name for me. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well this evening. Say hi to everybody, Amy. Or everybody, everybody say hi to Amy. I'm getting it, right? Yeah, they switched my daughter's order with someone else's when she was pet sitting on a farm. That could be interesting, substituting orders, right? Yeah, welcome, Amy. Absolutely. The Lego revealed they will do Glinda and the Wicked Witch as brickheads. That's cool. My dog would ESR it. We buy those horns. Oh, eat it probably to chew on. Not these ones particular, but yes, you do buy the regular horns. These are from, maybe you get them from India. I don't know. Could be. Wanting to turn some buffalo horn or ox horn. That would be cool. Yeah. Let's see. Question on the trays. Can you do burnt orange tray? Bella, we can do anything. Just ask the crowd. We can get it done. There's no doubt about it. Looks like meteorites in the tray. Yeah, that was, sort of the idea, Larry. That's pretty cool. Hello, Connie. Welcome in. Connie says hello to all. And Amy says it's azalea. What's azalea? I don't know what azalea is, but I do like azalea flowers. Joe missed most of Carrie's live because of the second trip to Walmart. Man, them Walmart people, I'm telling you. Hey, Amy, Connie Bella, says Larry. Hey, Amy, that's our gamer friend. Oh, that Amy. Hello, Amy. I'm just drawing a full blank. That's right. That is our gaming. So it's Rebecca, her brother Carl, Amy, and me, who are playing on Crafting and Crime Daily's game server. We're playing Pal World. Having a ball. Hello, RoseKnit39. Hope you're doing well. That's right, Joe. Joe, she knows by now, right? We do anything. How much money you got? I'll get it done for you. Don't worry. Look at Amy. She's laughing at me now. I just want thanks for you. Well, Larry, you are being so welcoming. You're freaking awesome. Okay. Everybody got your sunglasses on? Are you ready? Check it out. If you were sitting here in front of me right now, this sucker is pink. And I am talking hot Barbie pink. Now, we don't know what it looks like yet because this is the bottom of the tray. And this is the top of the tray. And I've not even popped it out of the mold yet. But I did a couple of things that I wanted to affect. And hopefully that comes true. You never really know until you take it apart. So this particular company gives you a nice tab to pull on. Look at that. Oh, so nice. I used mold release. Hey, Rebecca, have you got a striptease song? We should probably start playing it now. Down, 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 down. I don't know how that song goes, but I just see some lady shaking her pom-pom and around with her little frilly things all over the place. Okay. I do use a mold release, so that makes it, come out nicer. It's all nice and loose. We'll lift her skirt a little bit. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. So this is pink, as you can see on the bottom. And this is a little bit of clear. And as we get towards the top, we're starting to see a little bit of the glitter that I used. Oh, this is going to be freaking hot. Okay, we'll do this tomorrow. Looks like orange on screen, but it is really pink. Let's go over to my color correcting light and see how pink it really is. It is over there. And this is under the, let's see if this looks any better. Oh, heck yeah. That is pink, pink, pink. I got a color correcting light over there. But man, that is pink. Look at him. You can't tease us like that. Oh man, that is pink. Look at that. Whoo! All right, let's go back to the other one there. We'll lift the skirt a little bit again. Got to see the kneecap here. Let's see. That's the one here. All right, here we go again. All right. So there's that side we already saw. This side, pretty similar. Man, that's going to, Rebecca, you are just going to scream when you see the top of this thing. Oh, it is so even. I had to level the table. I do have a leveling table where I can make it perfectly level. All right, we ready? Let's hear some applause here. Let's hear around. Let's hear some hooping and hollering here because, Man, if this looks like I want to, this is going to, I'm telling you, Rebecca is going to run down from Wichita right now and get it. I promise you. You ready? Here we go. Ooh. Wow. That looks just like I thought. I think we need to get the leopard scope out here to see this properly. Yep, Carrie chose the colors. Look at Bella the Beast. She's clapping and clapping. Let's go. Let's go. Pretty, but show it now. Talk about suspense. I am getting good at this because I just started and I'm already a master. Let's go to the digital microscope. Let's see. There it is. It is on now. Let me get it focused down there a little bit. There we go. So we're going to pull up this corner again. And we're going to show, let's focus on the edge. Let me get the glare off of there. There's the glitter. Looks fantastic. It's hexagons, stars, and little hexagons, and it reflects blue and pink and all that kind of good stuff. And then down here on the base, let's see if I can focus on that there. You've got some pink, hot pink. Actually, it's clear that formed up, and then you've got hot pink behind it. And then you've got some white because she wanted some white in there as well. Let me get it focused. There's some more. And there's the edge. Man, I like this mold. This is a great mold. And look, it's over 3/4 of an inch deep. Let's look at that. Look at that layer in there, Rebecca. There's a little clear. So I poured the glitter with the clear, and then I poured the white about 3 minutes after that so that the glitter would get trapped on the bottom, but the white would go through the clear. That came out even better than I had imagined it. Look at that. You can actually literally see through it. You could put light through it. You can see my fingers back here. Now you can't. You could if we had a bigger camera. But anyway, let's get back to the main camera here. Everybody's going to go crazy. I'm looking for the... She's coming down right now. Okay, let me get back to the main table here. All right. So let's just reveal the whole thing. There it is. Woo-hoo! Man alive. That is too cool. That is too cool for school. Dang, look at that, man. Woo! And that is as pink. That's the same pink that's in her pen. It's still a little bit flexible, so we'll leave it on this super flat cutting board here. That way it firms up nicely overnight. Man, there's some really cool stuff happening in here. Oh, that is... Carrie, you got to see this in person. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Rebecca, you have to pay me $1 million, man. You're going to want to because it looks that good. Wow. And you know what? This edge right here, it looks like a frosted cupcake with those little candy sprinkles in it. Yeah, go to the lathe to see the pink. Let me move it over to the lathe.
Let's see this thing. Oh, it's cold in here. Dang.
Is that on fire?
Oh my God. Give me here, let me take a picture because that will come out.
Oh my, look at the top here. It looks like frosting.
Guys, I'm telling you, it looks really muted orangey, not very hot.
Not here. Pink. Look at how pink that is.
Yeah, look at that pink. Oh my gosh.
You better order more pink.
Oh, I did. I ordered a big jar of it.
You got to hold. And this is 3-dimensional here. You can see through the clear to the...
Oh, I'm on here.
That thing is. But look at the side.
Oh, that's so cool.
Is that wild?
Oh my.
And remember, I put the white and the clear in with the glitter first and waited an hour. Then I put the pink on top of it because it's, upside down kind of thing.
Yeah, let me take.
Yeah, you can take a picture over here.
Oh my gosh. Holy Toledo, Batman.
Wow, that is too cool.
In fact, I'm gonna send you a message in the picture because you got. Oh my god.
Yeah, Carrie will post that in the Discord. Of course, she'll send it straight to Rebecca as well. But again, it never does it justice. You got to see it in person.
It doesn't still. The photos aren't doing it when it comes to this stuff.
That is, man alive, that is just now. The next one coming out is another one, but it won't be ready to come out for about 2 hours. I had did a 3-layer pour on it. Rebecca's was only 2. I did the clear with the glitter first, made some dots around, and then filled the edge. And I waited about, I think it was 2 or 3 minutes, let it firm up just a hair, not very much. And then I put the white in. So the white would bang up against the glitter and then separate out from that clear.
Tim, we got to bring some of these to the retreat.
Yeah, I need to make more. I'm telling you. I'm going to be in the tray business here. I'm telling you.
He's really, I do the colors and he's really good about doing the with the resin.
How do I do that? Yes, it is going to look fabulous on the Monday Lego Live, but you need to get a color CIR rating, color index rating, or something like that. And the one I have on the lathe is a 95.5 or 96 CIR rating. So most of the colors are very, very accurate. And I got the new camera, so that lets us see the clarity of the, what do you call it? The blanks when I'm done turning. And they look a whole lot better yesterday. Looked a whole lot better yesterday. Yeah, I figured you would like that because that sucker is pink. Hey, Momo Grimes, how you doing? Good to see you. Everybody say hello to Momo. Anyway, that came out. I'm telling you, I had a vision, and it's 3 times better than my vision. 3 times better than the vision. Woo-hoo! I'm so happy with that one. All right, let me put this back to the lathe because we're really here to turn some pens. You know how it goes, folks. And we're actually not even going to turn pens for about 3 or 4 iterations here. Let me go put this on top of the flat spot. We have to let that one percolate. And in the morning, I'll be making a couple of more trays. Hopefully get all of them done for the leap tomorrow because I get on a plane on Monday, so I won't be here for a couple days. But yeah. Oh, that was fun. We need some striptease music, though, because that was pretty cool. We need some striptease music. Momo, you missed it. You got to go back a little bit. It was a riot. It was a riot. Let's see. Let me refresh my pad here and get me fired up so I can see the chat just in case somebody chats something in there and I got to see it. But yes, that could be done in fluorescent orange. We got all kind of oranges here. I'll give you a snapshot of some oranges that we have. There's even one called Orangeola, but it's more pink than orange. Let's see. I think I have even we could go really crazy here. That's fluorescent red. Yeah, fluorescent orange. I don't know if I've ever even used this one. I'm going to squirt a little bit of this out onto a piece of paper just so you can see it. But just as a teaser, Bella, yours isn't ready to come out, Denise. Yours we'll have to share tomorrow and do the striptease tomorrow for it. But here's a saffron orange, beautiful orange. Yeah, I don't want to take yours out because yours is a bit bendy. Yours was a 3-layer type of thing, and it's only really been sitting there for 2 hours. Here's sort of a light orange or tang, I would call that maybe. This one's called Shibuya orange. Here's a khaki orange, K-A-K-I. That's a very nice orange there. But then we also have this stuff called, it's a liquid dye, and it's called fluorescent orange. And what did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Woohoo! That is fluorescent. That is just full of fluoresce. And look at this, Rebecca. Let's see this. I haven't the progress. Yeah, the progress. It's crazy. Oh yeah, and it changed out a little bit from that picture Carrie saw you because remember the resin keeps flowing, so it'll be a surprise. Hey, Melissa, here is some fluorescent pink. Man, that almost looks like fluorescent orange, but it is pink. Oh, I can't even see it. Hang on. Let me move that up a little bit. Got to move it up some more. Come on, Tim. Get with the program. So there's fluorescent orange and there's fluorescent pink. And that will be super bright. Doesn't show it on camera too well. Let me raise it up here. Whoops. Oh, that's looking a little bit better when you spread it out. There you go. Yeah, takes me a minute. I got the new camera here, Bella. So, yeah, so this stuff you would mix, you could make it super transparent by putting just a little drop. We were playing with blue one time. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen? We were playing with the blue and it sort of, well, now it's going to mix. But anyway, those are the fluorescent colors and they knock your eyeballs out. We didn't use any of those today, but those will knock your eyeballs out for sure. Okay. Let's get busy here. Okay, we got this over here. Now, we got Madam Joe's goodies tonight. And we're going to do the first one here. This is a contraption here that I screw onto this thing here. And it's got this little adapter here that lets me turn things. This is going to be one of Joe's wine bottle stoppers. And I'll show you sort of what that'll look like. Let me go to the wine bottle stopper container. Everything is possible here at Leopard Leatherworks. I just need more hours in the day. So there's a couple things we can put on the bottom of these here. Here's one here. This is called a beverage can opener. So after we're done turning, you essentially use this little lifter here to lift a can of soda instead of your fingernail. So a lot of bar keeps will keep this at the bar and, you know, sort of pop it up and stuff like that rather than using their fingernails. Some are really good with their fingernails, but some don't want to break them. So this will allow you to lift a beverage thing. And then by the same token, in pretty much the same shape almost, we've got what's called a bottle stopper or a wine bottle stopper. So this will go into the top of your bottle, generally a wine bottle, and that will go there. And right now, to turn it, we got to put it on this thing here, which is a little jig that's going to hold that thing in place. Yes, sir, Larry. We need more time, man. We need more time. Yeah, we have neon blue. Start showing the colors. Everybody goes crazy. Let's see. I've got translucent yellow, translucent green, like a forest green, and I've got fluorescent green. There's a fluorescent green there. Let me get it all mixed up. These settle after a while because we don't use them a lot. But you can see the fluorescent green there. And boy, that thing just lights right up. Yes, sir, Larry. We need more time. We got a translucent blue, translucent purple, translucent orange. Yeah, we got all kind of fun stuff here. In probably 10 different colors of orange. So there's a couple things. When you're making a blank, sometimes you'll want to use something that has a little depth. And you use mica powder to get that depth. When you're looking at it, it looks sort of swirly. A lot of pens are made out of the mica powders and stuff like that. But if you want a solid color with no depth, then you use the inks or the dyes, because those become very opaque depending upon the amount of dye that you use. From very transparent, because we have tinted some, and you've seen many blank makers things you could see through. And it's colored. That's a very tiny bit of that particular dye, or I gotta move this thing over a little bit. Dye or ink. And then on top of that, you can do other things. So you can use, opaques. And now they make these things called pastes, which is it looks like glass when you're done. When you mix it in, you get this kind of effect that sort of looks like porcelain. Pretty cool. So you got paste, dyes, inks, and mica powder. Mica powder is what we use. Most people use the most of, but you can get pretty fancy with some dyes and stuff. If you're doing epoxy resin, you can actually use acrylic colors like they sell for $1 a bottle at Hobby Lobby or something like that. And you can color up things like that with that as well. It becomes very opaque, but you mix a bunch together and it looks really cool. Okay. Got to snuggle that over there a little bit and hold that thing steady while I'm turning it. There we go. You got to tighten that up just a hair. It's wobbling a little bit. And we don't want this thing to wobble, so we'll use probably a big old fat washer on there. See if I have one big enough to go over that nut. Oops. Nope, that's too small there. I can also use a washer for the outside. So this is one that you would use on your garden hose, but I'll just put it on like that, and that will keep it from wobbling. Just anything. This is sort of like the O-ring we include with the screw-in threads, just something to keep it from wobbling. Ah, yes, much more solid. And we'll bring this over here and just snuggle it up in there and extend that into it. There we go. And then we get it all nice and solid. We'll turn it up a little bit and then we'll start carving. Let me turn the blower on. Oh, jeez. These big things love to grab your knife. All right, so we do that part there so that it meets the good part down there. Then we'll start shaping the top here a little bit. It's actually still too fat to be an actual effectively gripped bottle stopper. And this is a blank by Blanks by DPP. We'll look at it here in a second and see what the blank is telling us to do. But it is now roughly shaped, and this is going to be absolutely gorgeous, Joe. Oh my goodness. That thing is going to be rich. More colors in here and shapes and squigglies. That is going to be cool. Yes, this is the bottle stopper, the wine stopper. Yes, ma'am. Blank for wine stoppers. Or blank, yeah, Carrie's got that covered. Yeah. Carrie's got that. All right, let's keep going here. And because of the nature of the casting, I don't think we're going to get too fancy in the bunch of fancy curves and stuff. We're going to make it very grippable. It's probably a pretty good size. So we'll stop, and if I were taking it off a bottle, my hand's pretty big, but that'd be a nice size for anybody's hand to grab that up. And we are going to I want to make just a little bit of a grip in here. So you don't want to have just smooth, because if the hands are wet, there'll be nothing to grab onto. I can feel the gold flake in here, or metal flake, whatever it is. And now that we've got it very stabilized, we're going to back this thing out, and we're going to be able to turn this side of it here, because we'll never get to it any other way. And we'll make a nice little dimple in there to put the tip for the waitress. And now we'll move our tool rest to come over here and accommodate that a little bit, because we don't want to be overhanging the air too much. Ah, very nice. Oops, I keep banging my head on this camera. Tara made Dragon Rider t-shirt for us. Cool. What's Dragon Rider? Oh, there's some glitter. That's what I'm feeling. Now let me turn the blower off here. There we go. Is that like a ride at some park or something? Or is that a book series? Yeah, we got some big old chunks of glitter sticking up there. I'm sure Carrie and Kevin know what Dragon Rider is. They just keep me out here in the shop. I don't know all the good stuff. Yeah, there's some big old chunks of glitter in there. And sometimes the glitter wants to fold over rather than get cut off by the knife. And that's why we just come through here and just trim it flush. That's feeling very nice. I like it. The fourth wing were Riders of Dragons. Yeah. I got a jet dragon in Power World. That's sort of like a dragon. Coolest dragon I've ever seen. Now what I want to do is take this off of here because I want to get rid of this bumper here. We don't need it any longer. All right, very nice. Now we're going to get the diaper out. I've been drying the diaper because it was wet because I was turning all day and doing lots of finishing. Ooh, I got to refill my water bottle. My goodness. Kevin already refilled my auxiliary water bottles. I just have to pour the water into my squirt bottle. Lasagna. Nice. I like lasagna. That's right. Kevin's already refilled the auxiliary water bottles.
No, they're gonna come out with Goblet of Fire briquettes.
Ah, that's
It's the
cool.
20th anniversary of Goblet of Fire.
Really? Wow. I don't even know what Goblet of Fire is.
Revenge of the Sith briquette.
Revenge of the Sith brickheads. Yeah, Kevin will get those, I'm sure.
That's the only sense I'll be doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yum, Audrey. Yep, you heard Kevin. He was here.
Hey, I'm grilling steaks right now.
Who's calling, Kev?
I'm making a steak. Your client, Chris.
Oh, good.
You're about to call
I
him.
guess he doesn't realize I'm live right now.
I'm making a steak, Audrey. Well, remind me, hey, let's play it through.
Feeling good. I keep banging that thing with my head. You know, Larry, they last as long as I need them to, and then I throw them away. Hey, Mama Grizzly, how you doing? You know, they last decent amount of time. They're pretty cheap. I think you get like 12 of them on Amazon for a decent, quiet price. Ooh, that feeling smooth. And I don't use them all the time, Larry. I just use them when I want to shape something or get into a funny shape just to get the roughness out of the way. That's your daughter. Oh, hello, daughter. Yep, we're going to be doing an E-pen palm placer. Hey, Melissa, I'm glad you're here tonight. You know, I misspoke when I said we'd be getting to you quickly. What I meant was in a while. I guess I should probably use better terminology. I asked Carrie, I go, so where is Melissa in the lineup? She's number 17. I'm going, oh, 17. And how many pens? Because, you know, an order could be more than one pen. And Carrie goes, she counted them. Normally we don't do that. She goes, oh, there's 58 pens between now and her. So we'll do some tomorrow night. So before the end of tomorrow night, there'll be less than 58. But yeah, there's a couple of pens in the way, Melissa. So I'm sorry for Mr. And that's why I don't like to answer where am I in the lineup or when am I going to be turned, because I generally get it wrong. So it's 100% my fault. Blame me. Throw rocks at me. Don't throw at your rocks at your thing. Yeah, we're probably 7 to 9 weeks out now. And again, I don't get to turn for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because I'll be in New Jersey. But yeah, it's taken a while.
And Audrey,
I wish I didn't have a day job. I would be in here turning all day long.
if you're still out there, Audrey, I am doing Tiny Harry Potter. Tiny Harry.
Tiny Harry Potter.
I just finished Draco. He's hanging up in my room right now.
And the reason we don't like to answer that, Melissa, is because I usually get it wrong. That's usually why we don't like to answer that one. Because I'm like, oh yeah, you're coming up. Well, yeah, you're coming up, but it's not like you're like next. You're just coming up somewhere in the pile. And it never gets better. I've been behind now. Well, not behind, just got enough orders to keep me busy now this way for about a year. There was one point I was about 2.5 months behind, but over Christmas we caught up a little bit. Then we had that live where I did 47 pens in 24 hours. So that helped a little bit, but you guys keep ordering and buying, and I just keep trying to keep up. And I guess I'm no different. Stacy Travis is the same at Lady Lathe, Vicki Peterson, Donna Bass, she's way out. Enablers Outpost, just I guess we're all just overwhelmed by the wonderfulness of the community. Ooh, that feels good. Very nice. So yeah, that's my fault. Yes, there's one of me and a whole bunch of you. Mrs. Butter D Blank. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, and don't worry, we will tell you, Melissa, when you're coming up. So on the night you're going to be turned, we're like, hey, this might be a good night for you to watch because probably going to get to it. Because I can usually guess what I'm going to get to in a night, or maybe I can almost guess what I'm going to get to tomorrow night, short of the power going off, right? Which I don't expect, but been raining all day here today, and we didn't get all that nasty weather, Joe. That went south and east of us, thank goodness. All right, let's see this baby. This is prior to buffing.
They'll be buffed by your
Oh my goodness, that is Joe. Oh my goodness. Look at that thing. That would make a killer gear shift knob for the banana splits. Man, she does a nice job making these blanks. That is pretty. Whew. That is. It's got a little dimple on the top so you can pull it out like this. You can hold it in your hands. All kind of ways to pull that wine stopper off. That's very nice. And of course, these do take a brass insert to use them properly. And let's just do a test fit to see how pretty this is going to look. Here you go, Joe. Prior to buffing, check that baby out. That's going to be very cool. I like that color. Good color wave in there. All right, let's lay that over there. We've got another one to do. So let's just get busy with it, right? I don't know why this is loose. I thought that's supposed to be sort of tight. Let me get a couple of crescent hammers here. Make sure I don't have anything fly apart here. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's a collet. That needed tightened up. That's why it was wobbling. Oh, yeah, that's going to be nice now. Let me tighten that up. Man, when you haven't bent over all day, it's hard to bend over. You can hardly get down to the floor. I've had a fantastic time in the shop, I'll tell you. Been good all day long. There we go. Ah, that's going to be nice. Beautiful. This is almost an identical type of thing. There we go. Happy Mother Easter. Let's see, Melissa. No, they were from the night you. Oh, I missed it. It disappeared. Let me look at my other screen here. No, let's see. Carrie said, Melissa, more blanks? No, they were from the night you announced the event and those blanks from the auction. I got 3 that night that were to coordinate with the canvases. Ooh, I need to get to those even faster because, you want to have them during the event. That's for sure. But yeah, I wish, what's funny is somebody said, hey, can you do me next? And they were like 28 orders behind. And I said, absolutely, I can. The answer is always yes. And then the next question was, what's the next question, everybody? How much money do you have? Because not that I'm greedy, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give everybody a discount that's ahead of you for having to wait. I know that's silly as crap, but that's one way. Yeah, you could jump ahead of the line, just pay lots of money and keep everybody happy that has to be a little bit delayed. And I really wouldn't do that anyway. That would just be mean. All right, let's see. Up to speed, blower on. Now we got to do this one just a little bit differently. The bottom will be very similar. And then when I get back from New Jersey and Detroit, I need to prepare for the Saturday that I'm going to spend at the Rockler Woodworking Store in Oklahoma City. This guy I sent him a bunch of pictures of what we do, and he's been telling his customers he's got a guy coming in that does diamond painting pens, and the wives of some of the woodworkers that come in there knew exactly what that was. So we might see a few new faces that might join us after that event. Now, if you'll notice, we go right down to here because this adapter, it flips around that way. And the bottle stoppers I have are this size. That way it's an automatic, nice little smoothness there. I'm going to make this one a little more playful. It's going to be shaped like a ball. As we get into tight quarters there. Hey, Cindy, we got your VIP seat set right away. I think Joe said it has a crown on it and everything. That's pretty cool right there, Joe. That almost looks like a light bulb or a top. Not sure which. Let me move this out of the way here. And then we'll get back in nice and tight here. Ouch, I keep hitting that camera, dang it. Ouch. I'm going to have to move that thing up because I keep banging my head into it. You guys are probably getting seasick. And I'm just going to do gentle shaping. And my idea was a ball, but now it's looking more like a one of those balloons. You know, the pretty balloons that go up in New Mexico and stuff. That is cool. That's a nice shape. And with the color of this thing, it's almost going to look like a hot air balloon. Yes, ma'am, Bella. That is the one. I couldn't think of it. Took me a second, didn't it? And now I'm just going to gently do a little bit of shaping with this as well. I think it should be a little flatter on the side, so I'll work on that right now. Because it is a little more vertical, isn't it? And you can shape with a sanding sponge ever so slightly. That's what's nice. I got to tell you, this is so much flipping fun, it ain't funny. I've been literally in the shop. I had to run to the store to get a couple of things to the woodworking store. But other than that, and that was probably about a 1 hour trip. Other than that, I have been in this shop. I haven't even left it except to, I don't know what I went in there the house to get, but I went to get, a Pop-Tart or something. That is cool. This is going to be a really bad gear shift knob. I'm telling you, I should get into the gear shift knob making. That would be cool. 11 Castle. I don't know what that is. I'm finishing keychains from Crystal Canvas Arts. Yeah, try not to get a concussion. It doesn't move much. I very, very much rigidly mounted it for some general purposes so that it doesn't move. But since I can zoom in, I think I'm going to raise it up, and I'll work on that in the next day or two. And well, when I'm back, maybe I'll play tomorrow. I still got a whole day of turning tomorrow. Let me turn this down a little slower because it's whipping water all over me. I'm doing my couch project, testing my leg from vein. Resting your leg. She's not testing. She didn't study for a test. Whew, that's feeling good. That is feeling good. Yes, ma'am. Keep it elevated. Be healthy. I need you for at least 30 more years. I mean, if I leave first, then you can check out when you want, but I plan on being around a while. At least early 90s. Too many pens to do. I can't go. Because this is my retirement plan. A couple of years when I retire, this is what I'll be doing all day long, Monday through Friday. We'll actually start taking weekends off. I'll just make trays on the weekends. Pink ones with glitter. Boy, I sure hope I can replicate Rebecca's tray, because that would be cool. Ooh, that's nice. It's hard to do a perfectly round object. Weird. Hello, Connie. Just start any canvas, Connie. You can quit. You can stop early. I mean, everybody knows how hard they are to get. I don't think anybody will have a problem with it. And again, we're pretty chill on this whole thing. Dang, this feels so smooth. Whew. Turn it up a little bit. Now we're polishing it. And this rag always picks up that glitter that's sticking out. All right, let's figure out where that glitter is. Because I can't feel it when, oh, there it is right there. I can't feel it when I'm sanding it, but I can feel it with that rag. Was that it? Just that little tiny square of that glitter there. You little stinker. Beautiful. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. Would you like a gear shift in your car looking like that? That would be cool. Let's test it out with its own little water stopper here. Look at that, Joe. Ooh, once we get that buffed up, that'll be gorgeous. My goodness, that is a pretty blank. You can hardly even tell where that dimple was on the top. By the time I buff it, you'll never find it. Except you'll know it's right in the top in the middle. Hot air balloon meets Super Ball. Yes, absolutely. It does look like one of those Super Balls, doesn't it? From the whenever that was. All right, now we got to take this beast off. All right, we'll sit that over there, and then we get our regular dead center, it's called. That goes in that there. We'll bring this over here. And now we got Joe's. Where'd I do with it? Where'd it go, Joe? Oh, here it is. It is gorgeous, Joe, even in person. Thank you very much for your kind words, but I got to agree with you. It is gorgeous. Now, we'll preview this a little bit here. This is going to be an e-painter. Well, these are a little tighter than I thought they would be. And Carrie, oh, here's the picture. I got to make it just like her other palm placer. Okay, so because that's a little pointier and then round on the top and get another. So take my word for it. I can't pull these things out, but this hole goes all the way through. That way, when Joe's done, she can put her vacuum hose on this end and her tip on this end and pull up those ABs with ease. There we go. Very nice. Clamp down on that well. All right, let's get a blower on. I got to bring the picture over here so I know what I'm doing. Essentially, I'm going to recreate a palm placer that we made for Joe previously, and she would like this same shape. I doubt I get exactly the same, but I'll get close. We'll put it up on top of the dust collector there. Fold it up so it's aimed right at me. Okay. First thing we got to do is get down to this little section here. This is also very fat. I didn't take it down very far yet. Yeah, we'll make it a little bit different. I catch the beginning and ending in a replay. My granddaughter here, so got to go. Goodbye, Momo. Take care of the granddaughter. Yeah, you got to see that pink tray in the beginning. My goodness. Sometimes I just get it right. Sorry, Joe, no room for interceptor on the back of this one. Who knows? Maybe we'll make you a hot air balloon out of this one. No, that wouldn't be very good to grab and hold for a while. It looks like an onion right now. Garlic clove, yes. And to be honest, this blank is a little bit shorter than Joe's others because we had to get 3 out of this blank, not just 2. Yeah, it'd just be a little different, Joe, that's all. that's hot. All right, now we're just fine tuning, pretty much where we need to be. Ouch. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that camera. Keep banging into it. Yep, that'll be perfect, Joe. I gotta thin this up right in there just a little bit. I got some big old chunks of glitter I gotta take care of there. And by the way, all three things of these, the two bottle stoppers and this palm placer, all came out of one blank. Let me turn the blower off. Let me get my X-Acto knife out here. Funny, the minute you shave that little edge off, they're perfect. Well, they like to use some thick glitter, I'll tell you. Gorgeous, but my goodness. Likes to stick right up there, doesn't it? Dang it. Got my fat head in the way of the camera. All right, feeling pretty good. Ooh, I hear some thunder. That means there must be lightning. Yeah, baby. Okay. This one I would call done. Let's get some sanding going. We'll do a little bit of shaping here, smoothing. That's what he said. Yeah, see, I'm not even hardly on the thing now. Let me take it up. Yeah, I need to get let me extend the arm. Right now, it's way on the back of this thing. I'm going to play with the camera here just for a second so I can bang in my head. It doesn't hurt. I just keep thinking about you guys having to put up with the seasickness. So hang on, we'll be a little seasick here for a second, and then we'll probably be okay. That camera was mounted back there about 2 years ago. Okay. And I'll probably get a better mount for it here. Yes, ma'am, Joe. All right, let's see if I've got it aimed where it needs to be there. I'm a little high. Let me bring it back just a hair. Let me try that right there. That's good, Joe. That's good. All right, and I think it's still decently in focus. All right. Let's see. I just turned it off. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, that's pretty good in focus. All right. That'll be good enough till I can play with it tomorrow with Carrie and figure out what's in focus and what's not. Feeling good. Ooh, that's some good thunder. Ooh, I need to be outside watching the rainstorm. Man, that thing has been rolling for a minute and a half. That's a big bunch of lightning. I love that rolling thunder all the way across the land. Welcome back, Lawrence. Absolutely, Rosenit. I'm sure Carrie will answer exactly the same. Some people are doing 2 or 3 kits the whole time. And sadly, some people are finishing too quickly and can't get another one because they're sold out. So because of all that, it's pretty loose. All right, that feels good. Let me slow it down so it quits whipping water all over the place. Yep, Carrie will answer. And no apologies needed. It's just a fun event. Couple of, I guess you'd call them rules, but more like just a policy. And, policies can always be played with. They're not like a law. Just one. But yeah, you can switch. Post your, here's my new one. Everybody just wants to see photos and progress and having fun and all that kind of stuff. It's not so regimented where you're not going to have fun and do what you want to do. It's more of an event to celebrate Mrs. Butter D and just, have fun. Work on what you want to work on. I'll do all the work here. You do all the fun there. How's that? And Melissa, I wish I could go faster. I really, really do. I really, really do. And even for your kids, I wish I could get all your kids done right now and have a good time and show them and inspire them like Larry inspired me to do my scroll song, which we will get back to. I got it all tuned up and ready to go. Oh, it feels good. Feels good. Yes, ma'am. Just make sure you keep entering all those pictures and stuff. That way, Carrie can suck up your name and get that progress pitch each week and get you in the drawing. Because, man, there's a lot of prizes. Man, there's a lot of prizes. It's okay. No big deal, Rose. You're way ahead of me. All I ever do is, what do you call it? Those dazzlers or paint gems. That's all I have. When we do whipping chats, I do, a little paint gem or a little mini dazzler kind of thing. And that's about all the time I have time for. Or all the time that I have to diamond paint. Ooh, Joe is feeling good. I just love how silky smooth it is when we're done with these final sandpapers. So nice. And then, Joe, as you're trying this out, tell me if it's a shape that's good for you. It's similar to the other one. The other one was a little taller, so I would call this a squatty body. But if it fits and works well, then, we might be on to the palm placing e-painter crowd, right? Like I got more time. What I like about doing the trays is it only takes me about 15 or 20 minutes to do the first step of a tray. It doesn't take long. Then I just wait a while, so I go turn a couple of pens. Then I go back to the tray and do the second thing. And then, come turn some more pens. So trays can be squeaked in the middle of when I'm doing the pens. So it's like I almost do two things at one time. The Bobcat. Very nice, Larry. Can't wait to see it, buddy. Can't wait to see it. I'm sure it'll be fabulous. Oop, I heard the weather honker. Honk. Get ready for some weather. I said, yeah, I can hear it. I love a thunderstorm. I don't hear any tornado warning kind of things going on, so that's good. Joe, this may be, what's funny is this may be, I'm not sure if I can document it that way, but the very first palm placing e-painter pen. Oh, abso-freaking-lutely. Look at that thing. That is, man, I love that purple. And I guess that's a red, little bit of orange glitter in there somewhere. Oh, man, that is pretty. That is my color jam there with a little bit of green squiggling around there. Ooh. And right there with the yellow, the orange and the green, it's almost like a pea green. So that looks pretty cool. Man. So, Joe, I'm anxious to see how this fits in your hand and works well for you. Okay, so those three things that we just did, Joe got out of one Mrs. Not Mrs. Butter D, but I'm losing my marbles here at the end of the day. What the heck we talk about, Joe? Oh, blanks by DPP. Carrie, I need your help. I can't remember what the heck I'm talking about. Thank you, thank you, Denise. Okay, let me put these little thingies back up here. We've got some more. I think I got about 8 or 9 more bottle stoppers and 2 or 3 of those beverage openers. So if somebody is game for that, then we can do it. Let's see. Now we are going to do this next one, and this one here. This is 4 1/4 inches long, so we've cut that down. She wants rounded end designs with a 0.48, and it's going to be some type of artist choice flipper in the middle. And this is a lot of 3-dimensionality in this one. This is almost clear there, and it's swirled around. There's clear through here, so I'm going to love this one. DPP, thank you, Joe. Well, send it to me. You get your car keys and just drive right up, sister. You can have it in about 6 hours or 4 hours. Well, I might be in bed by then. Got to get up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's get up to speed here. All right. Rounded ends, 0.48. Let me get this a little lower here. Let me back out just a hair. Nice and tight. Here we go. Rounded. And this is just a regular pen. This is not an e-painter. Dang it. One of these days. Yeah, I'm going to work on really raising that camera up. It's a really good angle for you guys, but it's right at my head. And it doesn't hurt. It's a tiny little camera. But I just keep banging into it. So I will probably get a new mount and take it up. That's a 0.50. Almost there, Joe. Almost there. Point 0.50 on the money. Didn't even take anything off but 2 or 3 molecules. There we go. Now the other end. Maybe I'll do a side angle with the camera. I'm not sure if that'll be better or worse. Sort of like what Butterfly Effect Wear does. He's got his sort of aimed down like that instead of straight up. We'll figure it out. The camera is there for you guys, that's for sure. Oh, did I bump all the lighting out of whack too? Oh my goodness. Let me see. I think I screwed everything up here. I got to open the lens up. Yeah, I keep banging this thing with my head. It's getting all kind of loose. I didn't even notice that. I looked up at the camera going, uh-oh, something's wrong. All right, so that's not too bad there. Hopefully we're still in focus. Let me turn this off. See if I can't focus that in nicely. I don't think I messed with the focus. That's still in focus. That's pretty good. Okay. I'll just try to keep my head out of the way. The problem is if I make it too high and I put my head in front of the camera, you'll see my bald spot. All right, still looking pretty decent. Yeah, it's focused on the hair on my fingers. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Let me just finish up the roundness here. Beautiful. Joe, I'm going to do a mock interceptor in the middle of this. Let's see, 4 1/4, 2 1/8 will be the center. I'm going to try something a little fancy here for you, Joe. Let me slow this light down a little bit so we don't get any chatter. There we go, Joe. It is a pseudo interceptor. Although I got to play with this little angle right here. All right, I think that is done. Let me check the measurements real quick. We got a 0.48 on the money there. And we got a 0.50 over there. So we got to skinny this down just a hair. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. For some reason, the chat's not coming up on the big screen. Not sure why. Oh, well. Something I screwed up, I'm sure. Oh, that looks better already. That's weird. Okay, here we go. Let's finish this baby up. Blower off. Diaper in place. Ah, so nice and quiet when that blower goes off. I really need some Pit tonight. You know that? I need an episode of the Pit. Oh, maybe nobody's chatting. That's why it isn't popping up there. Good deal. Good deal. You know, Joe, you get a lot of firsts here. First e-painter pen. First e-painter palm placer pen. And now the first modified interceptor. Everybody gets a lot of firsts because all the pens are different, but it's been a bunch of firsts for Joe lately. I guess she deserves it, right, Joe? Man, my fingers are going to be tired when I go to bed tonight. Whew. You know what's funny is my bicep on my right arm is rock hard when I'm done. The reason when I'm rock hard, because I'm pushing up with my hand, I'm literally doing a curl all day long, a bicep curl all day long. So, man alive, I probably got the most toned bicep in the country, short of them Arnold Schwarzenegger guys. Hey, Christina, how you doing? What will hubby disagree with? I'm one. Oh, you know what, Joe? I bet you, as long as you're happy, he's probably generally okay. All of us guys always complain about the money because if it's not coming out of our pocket into our pocket, some tool I want, it can't be that good. Christina, hope you're having a good night or a happy Easter for you. All that good fun stuff. Yeah, when I get up in the morning, I got on my list to cut up some sandpaper. That should take me about 15, 20 minutes. And then assemble a bunch of pens that I've worked on all day today. And then make some more trays and turn diamond painting pens for the franchise club members. And by franchise, it's anybody that has 7 or more pens in a row with us goes into the franchise bucket. And that way I bounce between the franchise bucket and the regular bucket, which are the 1, 2, 3, 4 pen orders. Because if I did those people with 7 pens on a night, it would be 2 or 3 nights. Got your gut pens today. Nice. I really like the bee stinger and cool. And I see another experiment pen coming. I love it, Christine. I love it. Nope. You know what, Joe? You just tell him you got it connected. You'll get it fixed. And it'll be brand new. And he won't be sorry for nothing. He'll be glad that his wife is so resourceful. I'm sort of liking this modified interceptor. Sometimes we just invent a cute little deal. Twist tie. Was it like a zip tie or a zip lock or a bread twisty tie? Hopefully he was joking, right? I know how us guys are. Don't worry. I know how we are. There you go. It hit the head again. Yeah, I'm going to move that camera. I got to get a high. I think I need to get a new mount for it that goes higher. Or I'll hang it from the ceiling. I'm not sure which. Yep, Joe, we'll get you hooked right up, sister. I will do my dangest to make it look gorgeous again. There was one pen I couldn't fix one time. It was just, oh man, it was so broken. I think a truck ran over it, quite frankly. Whoo, I can already see. Look at this thing shaping up. The minute I start polishing it, oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that end right there. You can probably see that on screen. Zip tie. And no, he wasn't joking. Yeah, better take that picture, Joe. Save the evidence. Oh, this is going to be a pretty pen, Joe. Here we go. Well, if I get all that white junk off there, it'll look better. Yep, that's a pretty one. Look at that. We need to go to the leopard scope on this one because this is one of my favorite examples of 3-dimensionality in these pens. They are so cool. Let's go to the. Do you or can you fix pen bought elsewhere? So here's the issue with pens bought elsewhere. Number one, I would always want to give the person who made the pen the opportunity to fix it. Now, if they don't want to fix it, then I will give it a shot. You can send it here. I will look at it and I'll tell you whether I can or whether I can't. I have returned some pens, not returned like send back to you, but turned pens again. People have sent them in and wanted me to make them smaller or reshape them, whatever. And I'd say that's been about 80% successful. Okay, let me get all the polish off. See how you can see through that pen to the other side? Let me get this super focused here. There we go. Very good example of looking into the pen. Look at, you can see to the other side. I need to get all that polishing compound off. There we go. That's better. You could see there's like a swirl that just runs from side to side. See if I get that reflection off of there. There we go. Right there, you can see through. And of course, this is pre-buffed. Not buffed yet, but very, very cool. Look, you can see through to the other side of that one there. I like it. Right there, especially the cool part. Looks like galaxies in there, doesn't it? We could film our own Star Trek motion picture right here. That's very cool. Very cool. So to continue on about repairing, I will do everything I possibly can to help, right? Let's see. You mentioned being able to make the stinger longer. Yeah, just say, I want the bee stinger longer. That's all. And give a little picture of it, maybe, of what you want. That'd be interesting. So do you or can you fix pens bought elsewhere? I certainly can. But if they're defective, I would give the opportunity to the pen maker. But if the pen maker doesn't want to play, then send them here and I will look at them and tell you whether or not I can. I've been somewhat successful in repairing, reshaping, and there was even one that was broke. Let me show you one here. Let me get over to the big camera here. We'll come to the table here. So this is a Fordite pen that got damaged and the ends broke off, because when you put Fordite on the end of a pen, it becomes too weak. And by placing too much energy in there, see, if you were doing it like this with the lines going this way, it likely wouldn't break. But if you turn it this way and went this way, it's probably going to pop up. So this one broke. So one day I'm going to reshape this, and I just cut the ends off because they were worthless. And I'm just going to reshape it. It's very, very, very cool Fordite pen. It just needed redone. And I did this pen initially, and I didn't know much about Fordite when I did it. And I would not have liked Fordite in the first inch and a half of the pen, because that makes it weaker where you're doing all the work. But this will be a pen. It'll be a shorter pen one day. I'll drill a couple of holes in it. But again, got that Fordite right on the end. So pros and cons all around. But yeah, we'll give anything a shot. Take care of the customer, make sure they're happy, all that good stuff. But yeah, I mean, anybody can do it. And I'm not here to take anybody else's business. Plenty of turners out there. I'm friends with a lot of them, and they're just wonderful people. And I don't infringe on their business, and they don't infringe on mine. I mean, we all share the same customers, really, so it's no big deal. But let's look at this again before we go home for the night. Woo-hoo-hoo! I really do like this tray. This is a cool tray. And what I'll do at the end is I'll round this with a router to make it nice and smooth, and put 4 little rubber feet on the bottom just to make it nice. But oh man, this thing came out so cool. And I got ideas to make it even better, if you could imagine that. So I'm very happy with the way this came out. I love I swear again, it looks like frosting with those little sprinkles that bakers put on them on the top of that edge there. That came out so cool. So happy with that. And that is Rebecca's, and she'll get that as soon as I finish up. I give it about a week to let it get hard, super cured, and get going. Hey, Chocolate Diamonds, welcome on in. Yeah, we fixed a flipper of Joe's. It was the one that I turned, but where the finger grip got very thin, because Joe likes a very small finger grip, as you can tell, there was a piece of, I forget what was in that, Joe. It was a Grateful Pop blank, and it had a thistle. It had a thistle thing in there, and right at the point where it would be most optimal to break, and Joe dropped it, and it would break there because that was the weak part of that pen. Had Joe never dropped it, it would have been perfect and kept on going. But Joe sent it back. I matched up the break really well, marked it, and put some CA glue in there, clamped it down gently so that it would cure, soaked it in water so it would cure all the way to the inside. And then I put it back on the lathe, and it was a little wobbly because, you know, it's never perfect when you put it back together. But we got through it and sanded it up nicely, finished it up, and sent it back. And she's using it today. It's a beautiful little blank that Grateful Pop put together. But anyway, everybody have a great evening. Happy Easter. I don't know if we're going to broadcast tomorrow or not. I know I'll be in the shop most of the day after I eat my chocolate bunny. Carrie, did we get chocolate bunnies? I don't think we did. Maybe I'll just eat, I'll eat, what do you call them things? Chocolate morsels. She buys Girardelli chocolate morsels, so that's probably even better than one of those chocolate bunnies. But, oh, you were putting a tip in it. Oh, yeah. And again, you know what's funny, Joe, is I thought you dropped that, but you put a tip in it and it snapped. Yeah, is once you fix it, the fix is actually stronger than the blank was initially because you're really sealing up that weakness. But I'm glad it worked. I thought you dropped it. No big deal. Yeah, putting a tip in it, snapped it off. I think that might have been what happened to that Fordite pen. There's just anytime you add foreign objects to this beautiful urethane resin, you may have a weakness in that blank. So we have to deal with that, turn around it, cut it off. Who knows what we do? But, you know, when I'm shortening blanks for people and they say, hey, I only want one this long, I will think about what I'm cutting off and what's left and whether or not there's a weak point. Usually there's not, but just in case, I take that into consideration. Anyway, again, happy Easter, everybody. We love you. We're glad you're here. Yep, Joe, I love it. I love you as well. And glad you're using it. But we appreciate all of our customers all the time. I wish I didn't have a day job because I'd have 50 hours a week that I could just turn pens. And that would make me quite happy, quite frankly. Anyway, everybody have a good night. Say good happy Easter, everyone, Carrie, and we will see you guys soon. The Bobcat is cut on basswood. I'll check it out, Larry, as soon as we're done here. Larry, you keep getting well, buddy. We need you around here, so you keep getting better and better. Anyway, everybody be safe, be happy, love everybody around you, spread kindness, gratitude. And I'm not saying that for anything other than we need more love and kindness in the world. See you around. Bye-bye.